Alright, so today to kick off our NFL final predictions, we're going to be going over the New Orleans Saints. Now, this was a team that has finished the last two seasons in heartbreakers. Well, a couple years ago, they played Minnesota on the road. Of course, all Saints fans remember that. I hate to remind you. And then happened last year with the Rams and the controversial ending there. Pretty unfortunate for this team. But how are they going to do in 2019? Are they going to bounce back and make the playoffs once again? That is what we're going over today. Very talented team here. They went 13-3 last year. Made it to the NFC Championship game once again. Last year they lost it. It was a tough game for them for sure. I really think, the Saints should have won that game. If they went to the Super Bowl, I think the Saints could easily have been Super Bowl champions, first time since 2009. A few key points going into this season. Mark Ingram is now lost. They lost him to a trade. They do not have him this year, but they still have Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray. So that will be good for this team, I believe, especially Kamara. He is a good running back. Just depends on how well Murray's going to do. Of course, Murray has been on all sorts of teams. He hasn't been anything more than a running back too. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But will Brees continue to be able to thrive? We saw him towards the end of last season. He's getting a little tired, it seemed like. He's starting to get pretty old. He's already almost 40 years old if he's not. And so for Brees, it's like you really don't know how long he's going to be able to last. And so now you got to get Teddy Bridgewater going. If he's going to be your second quarterback, then you got to get him ready because Brees, I wouldn't be surprised if he retired within 3 or 4 years. How much could the ends to the past two seasons be an impact? Of course, you get discouraged after you lose 2 games like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it. I think the Saints should be fine. They also returned Michael Thomas and Ted Ginn at wide receiver. Those two were your main 2 wide receivers, I believe, last year. Michael Thomas really was their main wide receiver, though I think he'll be good. Once again this year, he's going to sign a pretty big deal, so that is good for Thomas and the New Orleans Saints. Looking at their schedule, here's what I'm expecting this season. I think you're going 13-3 New Orleans. You've got Texans and Rams, 2 very tough games to start off the season. The Texans at home, I think it's going to be a win. I think they're going to be fired up for that Rams game on the road. They win that one as well, but they're going to drop one to Seattle the next week. And you got Cowboys, Buccaneers, Jaguars. Those 3 games I think they'll win pretty easily, especially the Buccaneers and Jaguars games. I'm not really expecting those 2 teams to be all that good. Then you got the Bears. Now, this is a really interesting game. I think this is probably the one I was least confident about. Just because the Bears, I'm expecting them to go pretty far in the playoffs next season. I'm going to give them a win there, just because I think that they're going to be motivated and on the road. They're getting on a roll through the middle of the season. It looks kind of similar to how last season went as well. They got on a huge fire streak in the middle of their season. I can see that. I can see that happening again. I think for this Saints team. Okay, Cardinals, easy win there. Falcons, they'll be difficult, but you'll get a win there. Buccaneers again on the road. That'll be another win. Panthers will be another win. I think they dropped one to Atlanta on the 28th. You got 4 days in between the 24th and the 28th. And having to go on the road, I think that's why they dropped that one. Niners, Colts, Titans, they win all 3 of those games. Colts will be a difficult game, so you got to watch out for that one. Titans could be as well. I think since they're going to be coming into that final game looking at 13-2, and they've got a pretty good playoff spot in hand, I think that they're just going to drop that Panther game kind of like they did last year at home. Don't really expect them to win that game just because they're going to go easy. Don't want anyone to get injured. Record stats, a few things to know. Against their division, they're going to go 4-2. Conference, they're going to go 9-3. Home games, they'll be 8-0, undefeated. Away games, they will be 5-3. That's where their 3 losses are going to come from. Well, anyway, that is it for my Saints predictions for this 2019 season. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this team. One of the more interesting ones, I would say, in the NFL this upcoming year. So, looking forward to seeing how it goes. Let me know your guys' thoughts once again. Don't let your thoughts go unknown if you disagree with this. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all later.